भारत में है। उधर शेख हसीना के तख्ता हसीना मामला समझ जाती हैं, वो अपना इस्तीफा सौंपती हैं, फिर अपनी बहन शेख रेहाना के साथ मिलिट्री हेलीकॉप्टर में बैठकर ढाका छोड़ देती हैं और फिर मुल्क भी। फिलहाल पलट के बाद आर्मी चीफ ने देश को संबोधित किया, कहा इससे एक हफ्ते पहले 1 अगस्त को मोहम्मद यूनिस ने इंडिया टुडे की ग्लोबल अफेयर्स एडिटर गीता मोहन से बात के खिलाफ प्रोटेस्ट की सबसे बड़ी वजह आरक्षण व्यवस्था।
Students dying, people dying, the bullets from the army, from the police, from paramilitary. That's not the kind of country that we would like to live in. We want to see a peaceful country. We were promoting that everybody's safety is a priority for the government. So the government has failed to ensure that, rather it went into shooting spree and killed lots of young people and students, non-students, even youngsters as young as 4-year-old, 10-year-old, and so on. So this is not the way a country is expected to run. And it's a country, the government is supposed to protect people's lives. That's the image of any government. It's a protector of the lives of the people in the country. When government becomes killer of the people, then the basis of governance doesn't exist anymore. So this is a situation we are going through, and for days it's going on, and we don't know how long it will take. In our country. So it doesn't have to. I don't have to explain the basis of those charges against me. It's not the new one. I'm under attack for the last 20 years for one reason or another. Some of them very, very sharp attack, including attack for now the present cases are against me on money laundering, on stealing money from the companies, and so on. So this is a list of horrifying allegations against me, and I'm to appear in court every month, twice every month, and 2 different kind of charges. One on charges of money laundering and so on, and other one is on charges of labor lawyers.
शेख हसीना सरकार पर मानवाधिकार उल्लंघन, गैर न्यायिक हत्याओं और आलोचकों का दमन करने के आरोप लगातार लगे।
Democracy needs a fair election, transparent election, which we didn't have, and it needs freedom of speech. It needs rule of law. It needs security of individual citizen in the country. So those things do not exist. So this is the problem, and also independence of judiciary, as we see in Bangladesh, absence of it, and also see lots of corruption. Like even if you look at the former chief of army is involved in huge amount of corruption. Former chief of police, very ugly way of corruption that he has indulged in. It's in the press, but we don't see much caution is taken on corruption in the civil service, corruption everywhere. So it's not a very convenient place for flourishing democracy.
बांग्लादेश की राजनीति में पिछले 3 दशकों से शेख हसीना बनाम खालिदा जिया चलता आ रहा है। मैं कभी शेख हसीना के बारे में आपने सुना है। खालिदा जिया बांग्लादेश की पहली महिला प्रधानमंत्री हैं। उनके पति जियाउर रहमान 1970 के बाद खालिदा जिया ने बांग्लादेश नेशनलिस्ट पार्टी BNP की कमान संभाली। 1991 में पहली बार प्रधानमंत्री।
Talking about individuals, we should talk about principles. We should have fair and transparent election. We should have democracy, just like any other country could expect. So that was missing. The important thing is the practice of democracy, beginning with an election. So I'm recommending that all these problems that we are facing right now, the medicine for curing all these problems is going to have a fair election. So we should have a fair election, transparent election as soon as possible. It's not about who comes into power. Whatever decision made by the people, the people are the owners, the people are the principal factor for the country. So they should decide who they want. This election is the process by which democracy produces those results. So we should go in and decide that. Even in a mature democracy like the United States, suddenly Biden disappears from the consideration, somebody else comes up. It's up to the people to decide which candidate they should be voting for and want them to run the country.
भारत बांग्लादेश संबंधों पर मोहम्मद यूनुस ने क्या कहा, अब ये सुनिए।
I'm not going in, I'm always promoting the idea of SAARC. I'm a great promoter of SAARC. I think that's our best framework that we can live together. We should be encouraging each other to follow rules, principles, and so on. How to practice our democracy in our own country, how to independence of judiciary, rule of law. So we learn from each other, and we should compete with each other on this. And I would like Bangladesh to be a champion country in democracy, in rule of law, in transparency, and personal freedom, freedom of speech. So that will be the spirit in which we should be growing up together as a family. So that's the direction we've gone. But if you differ from that, you get into massive problem, like some of them you just mentioned. It's an endless thing. If you start accusing each other, if you start finding faults with each other, this is a non-ending road. You cannot build peace on that. Peace is only solution where we, as I said, there's a framework of SAARC is a good framework, and we could be similar to European Union.